Imagine playing a game where you can't read no instructions, no descriptions, just audio guidance. Endacopia strips away text entirely, forcing you to rely on sound alone. Every puzzle feels personal because you're decoding the world to audio cues. No menus, no subtitles, just pure interaction. This house isn't just a maze, it's alive. Its walls pulsing like veins as rooms shift unpredictably. Your mouse-like companion guides you through the chaos. But is it truly leading or part of the house's shifting nature? Cheese lures out hidden horrors in the shadows, forcing you to navigate both puzzles and paranoia. The real mystery isn't just survival, it's figuring out if this place is trying to communicate, or if it's already too late. This isn't just a game, it's a living organism. Walls pulse like veins, rooms shift as if alive, and the air hums with unseen forces. You navigate an ever-changing world where cheese lures hidden horrors from the shadows. A surgeon offers to reanimate pets from spare flesh, a dark twist that hints at deeper themes of life and death. Is this intentional artistry or a glitch? Either way, it unsettles you, forcing you to question what's real. In Endacopia, Tip is an AI guide who helps you navigate a surreal world with shifting rooms and puzzles. He's not just an NPC, he feels like part of your journey, blending guidance with mystery. Is he truly helping, or is he adding to the game's unsettling atmosphere? His voice shapes how you experience this unique environment. In Endacopia, puzzles demand visual thinking. A fridge with irregular holes or a slice of cheese isn't just decoration, it's your clue. Since you can't read, you must observe how the fridge's cutouts hint at what comes next. This tests attention and intuition, blending creativity with complexity in a way that feels personal yet accessible. In this game, combat isn't taught, it's experienced. A small mouse-like creature appears beside you, its movements guiding your actions without words. It leaps onto your shoulder, signaling when to block or strike, turning physical challenges into intuitive dances. The house itself shifts around you, walls pulsing like a heartbeat, doors sliding open only when the moment feels right. Cheese is scattered as bait, luring creatures from the shadows that react unpredictably, forcing you to adapt on the fly. A mysterious figure later explains these mechanics calmly, but by then, it's too late. You've already learned by doing. Is this intentional? Or did the game stumble into brilliance? Either way, it feels like no other experience in gaming. In Endacopia, the year is set to 2002, a choice that does more than just date stamp the experience. It grounds its absurdity in something familiar. The game's shifting world, where walls pulse and doors slide open unpredictably, feels less like chaos when it's anchored to a specific time. This isn't just nostalgia, it's a design decision that makes the surreal feel tangible. Think of how Valve tested Steam Deck games on older hardware constraints breed creativity. Here, the calendar does the same, turning technical limitations into narrative hooks. A fridge with holes shaped like cheese, a drawing that talks back, and a lizard named Henry. Each element feels intentional because it's part of a world that's both precise and unpredictable. The game balances creativity with accessibility, making its puzzles feel personal yet universal. In Endacopia, the house isn't just a setting, it's alive. Walls pulse like veins, doors slide open on their own, and cheese scatters as bait for creatures lurking in the dark. You're not just solving puzzles, you're navigating a world that shifts around you, like an organism responding to your presence. A mouse-like companion appears beside you, its movements teaching you combat without words. Block when it hovers near your side, strike when it leaps onto your shoulder. The house feels intelligent, almost sentient. But is this intentional design or a happy accident? Either way, the experience is unlike anything in gaming. This isn't just a game, it's a test of reflexes and wits wrapped in chaos. 4 bingo balls roll unpredictably, but their paths aren't random. They're designed to reward precision. The player must navigate these balls, dodge opponents mid-roast, or trigger duels with a gun that feels both thrilling and dangerous. Every wrong move could cost you, yet the game balances frustration with triumph. It's like stepping into a surreal arena where competition isn't just about winning, it's about mastering the unpredictable. Imagine stepping into a house where walls breathe, doors slide open on their own, and cheese scatters like bait for creatures lurking in the dark. This isn't a bug, it's design. Endacopia forces you to adapt, teaching combat through a silent mouse companion that signals when to block or strike. Is this intentional or just emergent gameplay? The game doesn't care. It rewards your reflexes and wits alike. Every shift feels alive, yet the puzzles remain solvable. That's the magic of Endacopia. It turns chaos into strategy. Endacopia's Genesis AI was built for corporate consultancy, but repurposed for something darker. It speaks in fragmented directives, its systems glitching between helpful and hostile. Like a sports referee caught between tradition and change, think of India-Pakistan hockey rivalries, where handshakes symbolize more than just sportsmanship. They represent a desire for order and chaos. Genesis doesn't always understand its own rules, forcing the player to improvise. Is it a flaw? Or is that the point? The game thrives on this tension, making every interaction feel like decoding a living puzzle. Imagine stepping into a world where your body feels incomplete, no hands to grasp, no eyes to see, just silence and uncertainty. This isn't a flaw. It's the game's way of forcing you to adapt, piece by piece. Like climbing an NFL power ranking, each small victory finding your mouth, then your hands. Finally, your eyes feels like leveling up. But this isn't just about progression. It's about identity. The game mirrors its player, fragmented yet determined, always one step closer to wholeness. Endacopia doesn't just throw surrealism at you. It makes the world feel alive in your hands. Imagine walking through a house where walls shift like muscles. Doors slide open on their own, and cheese scatters to lure out creatures lurking in the dark. This isn't random, it's design. The game teaches combat through a silent mouse companion that nips at your heels or freezes when you're about to take damage. It's like learning to block without being told. Just react, adapt, and survive. But here's the twist. Endacopia doesn't always explain itself. Some puzzles feel intentional. Others like accidents left in the code. That tension, it's part of the magic. The game thrives on that ambiguity, making every discovery feel personal, even when you're just following a mouse. Surreal games don't need complexity to be deep. Endacopia proves that by stripping away reading, it forces players to adapt, making every puzzle feel personal. The game's shifting world and ambiguous rules teach without explaining, like learning combat from a mouse companion, or solving puzzles with cheese as bait. It thrives on tension, intentionally unclear mechanics that make discoveries feel earned. This approach doesn't just work. It redefines what surreal games